Okay, this is part two of another Monday morning window painting job. So I'm using this glazer's putty on this window. And what I do, on this one, it's quite a big gap. So this time I'm using tape to keep it close to the line and not so messy. So I want to make sure I'm full in there and I don't have any little voids, because it's harder to come back and fill than it is to just put a little bit too much. Maybe I could have cut the top a little bit fatter so it spreads a little bit easier. The sun's pretty bright. I was just ready to do this a minute ago, and then I'm listening to Radio 2 on the radio, and there was a big traffic accident in I don't know where it was, someplace in the UK. They said it on there, but I didn't get it. And a semi or a lorry crossed the central reservation, went right through the retaining barrier, and killed several people. Now, the tool I wanted to use has disappeared all of a second. So I'm just going to try and use this flat blade. Let's see what. Actually, I want to go a little bit that way first. That's one of the dangers of putting too much in there. Now, normally I would say leave that alone because you tend to mess up the work you already did, but that's such a big glob, I want to get it off. So now here's the hard part. You just got to start there without trying to make too big of a line. It's a little bit of a void there. I'm not sure what the deal is with putty. I'm going to try and go back up to it. If you can use the putty, if it's more forgiving, if you can put your finger on it, wet it down, and try and make it smoother. Now the problem is it's nice and smooth, but I got to lift off, and I want to lift off in the corner. Normally, just leave those alone unless you can. Oh, see, that's what I mean. That's why I don't want to try and get that thing off there, because it just makes a mess. It'll come off in a minute with the tape. So yeah, when you go back, you screw up. So this one, the inside window is caulked fairly high too. So I don't want any, see, that's too thin there now. I don't want any old dirty window showing on the inside, from the inside to the outside. So I got to cover that up. Now, corners are hard to get that sort of like that, and then oh yeah, I do have some tape on there. Now the corner again. Sometimes you can't win. You're gonna have a little place there where you got a lift mark. And you can't play with it very long. There was a bump or something on there that's made that go like that. See, now that's perfect. If I could just get off there now. And I'm tempted, but I gotta leave it alone. I'm just gonna leave it alone because I don't want to mess that up any more than it already is. Oh, see that? Oh. Okay, now I need to put just a little bit on here. There's a little bit of a bump there. A little sleeping policeman. Make it better. Yep. Oh, now what I was going to say is, when I got done with all of the sanding and everything, to me, one of the most important things to do to getting a good quality paint job is wiping it all down with a good clean rag of some sort, a bit of a damp rag if it's water-based paint, and maybe a bit of a spirit-based rag if it's oil-based paint. I have a little spray bottle someplace here with that window looks so weird. What is that? It looks like there's paint on the window. Sugar soap in it, and I just spray the rag and then wipe it all down and get it nice and clean so everything sticks really good. That's, to me, the most important thing. So see what happens next.